Hey yo, hello.
Hello, Dan.
Welcome,
Hello.
welcome to the
Wh-
Greasy Heaven late
The
night
greasiest of
special.
all heavens.
The late
Hello.
night special. That's right. These are gonna drop. No, by the time it drops, it probably will be early morning. But I'm not gonna do it Mondays anymore. I'm actually just gonna like get it chopped up and like
As
drop it.
soon as possible.
Yeah, just like ASAP whenever it's done. Cause I've been cranking them out like scheduled uploads for 7 a.m. But like that almost like
Yeah.
low key stressed me out, type shit.
That's fair. That's okay.
And you'll notice that with my shit, and I'm actually curious if you've like gone through this at all yourself, like with streaming and with doing like the podcast and other stuff, like my formatting, like OBS layout and shit, for example, like fine details are constantly evolving. Like it'll be 3 a.m. and I'll be like, oh, I need to go update my OBS layout.
Yeah, that's like random thoughts come to your head at like the most random times, or like you have the power to do something which you didn't have before at the most inconvenient of times. Actually, kind of happened to me yesterday because yesterday I was just like chilling in bed. I was like, going to bed soon. My brother's still on PC, so I'm just gonna chill. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? Since I'm gonna get a pizza today, I'll go and like whip up some sauce, whatever, just mix up some like random ingredients. It's really weird. A lot of ideas just like come to your head at the most random times, like in the shower. I think
Yeah.
it's like one of the most common ones because I actually recall something. There's like a video explaining why you get these so-called shower thoughts because your thinking is
It's like
totally different.
scientific. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like actually scientific, like an actual scientific reason as to
Dude,
how and why that happens.
so I gave you a room tour earlier, and
Yeah,
I pointed out the many sheets of paper I have laying around of madman scribblings, and
yeah.
in the notes app on my phone there is, oh my god, notepad files on my computer too. I actually have a folder on my PC of notepad files of madman scribblings, like tens of
What about it?
thousands of words.
And what about it? What's in there?
You don't want to fucking know.
I do want to know.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Dude, I've actually written out scripts for like more YouTube videos because I made like the little M9 ammo that could. I don't even remember what that video was supposed to be originally. I think I was just recording in case I found something, and then I got that little fucking M9 ammo to float into oblivion, and I'm like, what the
Hmm.
fuck? And I've wrote some scripts for like I literally wrote a script about like the color orange and like how it associates with MGS2 and like how MGS2 uses the color orange. And one of my points is that one of the cardboard boxes even says the orange on it, right?
The
And then you send
orange.
me the link to this $24 reusable shopping bag that's the orange box from fucking MGS2, and I'm like, I'm buying that. That price is probably in
Yeah, I wanna
American, so
get.
it's probably going to be more expensive for me.
Yeah, it is USD. It is
Fuck
USD.
me, dude. It's
Pl-
going to be like a
And also,
$30 fucking shopping bag, man.
yeah, and also like taxes or like whatever. For me, if I were to purchase this, I'm not sure if there's like a different one in European
Yeah.
store.
Maybe me too. Like I don't know, maybe me too. Like if they're like, "Oh, you're in Canada, that's weird." I don't know if that would be a thing. Maybe not as
I
much.
I I purchased from like the American website and came through just fine.
Or
So probably easier for you. Let me see on the European store. Oh my God, the European store is basically zero. I think it's even more expensive. What the fuck? Um,
dude,
Crap,
one
what were we talking
time
about again?
I went online shopping on the Nike store once. I was browsing some
Mm.
Nike shit, and I picked out a bunch of stuff I like. I was literally finna drop $200 on the Nike store, but it turned out that I was on the US version, like the US
Oh,
domain of the storefront
yeah.
somehow. So all my prices were in USD, so it actually would have been way more expensive in my money. And all the stuff that I picked out was sold out on the Canadian storefront. So when
Oh
I tried to go
gosh.
get it on my website, it was like, nope, sorry, we're out. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I was so stoked. I thought I was gonna get all this dope Nike
How
clothing.
many
I
pairs?
Dude, I would have so much like dope clothes right now if that would have went through, but like I don't, and I'm sad about it.
You can't order from the US store?
No, like
Or
no, it wouldn't let me. I tried to like go through with the like I was like, okay, USD, like whatever, it'll just convert, but it was like, oh no, like I think it literally said like, oh no, you're in Canada, fuck you,
I see.
go to the plebeian Canadian storefront. Why motherfuckers sleeping on us, bro? All we do is drink Tim Hortons, hack darts. We smoke so much fucking weed, and we're like literally famous for being nice. So why does everyone sleep on us, bro? How many fucking legends have come from Canada too? Like out of people I can't think of right now.
I think I've asked you off stream, but how true is like the stereotype of Canadians being nice and polite?
You know what? I would actually say that there's some truth to it because Canada is very like there's a lot of diversity in like um different cultural groups and races and stuff, right?
Oh,
Like
hell no, not my forced diversity. Get out of here.
no,
How
but
dare
seriously, man.
you?
And everyone for the most part gets along. No, that's not true at all, but like I
Mm.
don't know, it almost feels like it sometimes like you can even fake it till you make it. And I've like actually met so many nice people. And no matter where you live, you'll meet nice people. There's good and bad people everywhere. But then like I think of my friend O'Day. My friend O'Day today just chooses to say to me, he's like, "Hey Dan, I think you're a good guy, man." And
Uh,
I'm like, "You too, bro." Like,
oh,
my
awesome.
man. And then we fist bumped, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was almost brought to tears by this interaction with my friend O'Day, and I was like, "Dude, there's good in the world, and then there's everything
Yeah.
else." Crazy, man.
So, because today is the 29th of April and tomorrow is the special day, of course, we're talking about the day of which George Washington took office.
Jack, do you know
Um,
what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th? Is there something special about it? Um, so what did you want to talk about?
Dude, well, first of all, I have the just overwhelming desire.
Yeah.
Even if it only got like 4 fucking views on my main channel, I want to go to New York City. I want to go to Federal Hall, stand in front of Federal Hall, smoke a fucking blunt, and be like smoking that Solidus pack where you got cut up.
Oh God, that reminds me. I actually said to my brother yesterday, "Yo, when are we going to New York
Yeah,
on the
dude.
April 30th?"
Yeah, hit up
And
the
he was like,
Hudson
"Nah."
River and fucking the Hudson
And
River
my
two
brother
years
was
ago.
like, he was like, "No, man, because there's gonna be a lot of Metal Gear fans there." And I was like, "You know what? That's actually even better because you're gonna get meet people that actually share the passion."
That's I wouldn't I wouldn't think that. And like but that would be really cool if like you went to Federal Hall or you went to the George Washington Bridge, I believe, and there was like people standing around being like, "Ooh," and you say a Metal Gear quote under your breath and someone overhears you and is like, "Yo, Metal Gear?" And you're like, "Yo, Metal Gear?" Imagine being outside and I don't think I've ever had that happen actually. I don't think I have ever been outside and met another Metal Gear fan. Online, of course, tons, but like
Yes,
outside, bro? Maybe they've heard of it. They're like, "Oh yeah, like that's that old PS2 game, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I think my brother actually met a Metal Gear fan in the gym, but I don't
Outside?
remember
Oh
what's I.
my god,
Yeah,
man, that's crazy.
both gym rats. I don't know the rest of the story. I do faintly remember that. It would be awesome
Yeah.
to see a fellow fan of Metal Gear outside, especially if you're like in a very random shithole and just like you both like Metal Gear, just like immediately best friends forever.
Yeah, man. Okay, so I know we've talked about this before, but um
Yeah.
I want to add the first question I want to ask is which Metal Gear game is your favorite?
Oh
Which
gosh,
one?
my favorite. It's hard to tell. Let me just say it's very hard to tell. It's like all of them have their own.
Can you name two? Can you drop two? If I give you two.
mm, let me just
It's not even
think.
that long of a series, man. Come on.
It kind of is. It kind of is. Shut
Okay,
up.
okay, 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 okay. No, I have a better question. Which one are you the most nostalgic for?
That's even hard.
Oh my god.
Because I do have both memories for Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2.
Mm,
So it's very hard for me to pick out, you know?
yeah. So for
Like,
me, like the reason I want to talk about this is my stone cold solid answer is MGS2, dude. My MGS2 nostalgia is like my
gee, I
favorite.
wonder why with your fucking Metal Gear Solid 2 poster, the two fucking. Oh
I
my
own like
gosh.
7 copies of the game in total. Something like that.
Isn't
Maybe
there like
less.
a run? Isn't there like a runner that also has like a million copies of the game on different
Um
platforms? I remember there's someone like that in the speedrunning community.
yeah, I don't know, man, but like yeah. I think it was because it was the last one I played. I played Metal Gear Solid 4 and then 1 and then 3 and then the last one of the
Oh,
mainline series that
that is
existed at the time.
such.
I played it the very last and like it was so like it was my last chance at the time. Not that 5 was anything special. It was my last chance at the time to experience a mainline Metal Gear Solid game for the first time, and
Mm,
somehow I think that Metal Gear Solid 2 was just the perfect finality to me playing all the mainline Metal Gear Solid games.
that's a
Like
very unique order
I
you
yeah, cuz
played in.
like 4 I was like what the fuck is going on? And then with 1 I was like okay, I know a little more of what's going on. And then 3 I was like okay, I know a lot more of what's going on. You know, that's the thing cuz MGS2 almost kind of feels the best way I can describe it is separate from the rest of the series in some way because I had 1, 3, and 4, and I was like, okay, I understand this franchise. And then I played Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty in 2009 at 8 years old. And too young, bro. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't even get it the first time. I was like, memes? What's a meme? No, I
I
knew what a meme was.
think my favorite, at least I think, would be Peace Walker. Actually,
How did I know
one.
you were going to say that? I fucking knew you were going to say that, dude.
Now, also, I'm having a hard time thinking if my second favorite is one or two. Like, I
You
had a
know
lot
it's
of
two.
like nostalgic memories because I did play on the emulator and the PC port. Also, camera focus, please. Whatever.
You're
Um,
not. It's fine. You're only on camera for me.
yeah, I
Yaruki's
know,
on
I
camera for
know.
Dan. Ayo. Yeah, we getting a little steamy in the Discord chat. You don't get to see this though. Subscribe to the OnlyFans that I'm coming out with to see Greasy Heaven OnlyFans. We got to
The
get this
problem
money.
is that when I was younger, and that's even the case for Peace Walker, I didn't have the attention fucking span to watch the cutscenes, so I skipped everything and just played the gameplay.
Yeah.
Now being older, yeah,
Sorry, when I first played Peace Walker, I hated the cutscene style, the like comic book
I
cutscene
loved
style.
it.
Now I love it. No, now I love it. But like the first time I played it, I was like, "Oh, this is stupid. It's not even real Metal Gear cutscene." And I know, shameful, shameful.
I fucking love that because of the. I assume it's like they didn't want a shitty in-game cutscenes,
Yeah. You know what?
and
Okay, wait, I was wrong before. I said MGS2 was me finishing up the mainline Metal Gear games.
mm,
But that's actually not true because I didn't play Peace Walker until many many years after I played 2 actually. So, and I consider Peace Walker mainline. Absolutely.
well, it is mainline.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely for sure. Like no, I'm just saying because if anyone wanted to be like, "Well, it doesn't have a number in the title. Oh, it was technically only a PSP game until the re-release." Fuck you. Shut up. I don't want to hear it.
Uh, by the way, while we're on this topic, people are like always debating, oh, is portable ops canon or not, right? And I sent you up the link to that guy, the guy that makes Metal Gear content, right? And he pointed out that Metal Gear Solid 4 database, right? There's like the official encyclopedia.
Yes, dude. I
It
love that fucking
mentions
thing.
it mentions portable ops.
There
It
you go.
mentions portable ops.
Boom.
It's
Solid.
canon.
Solid.
It's
Solid.
mentioned, and the game itself, Metal Gear Solid 4, does obviously like recall, I think, indirectly to portable ops, and Peace Walker itself too, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's fucking canon. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have you got any plans on the 30th for tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Oh my god. Okay, well, it's almost 4 a.m. now. I don't know how my plan of getting up at 8 a.m. will go. I don't think that'll
Oh.
happen. But I'm going to wake up at some point. I have to do, like, human stuff, and then I'm literally going to hop on stream, play either Cyberpunk or do speed runs. And then I'm actually doing a
Come on,
collab.
Cyberpunk.
Dude, I'm doing fucking a collab stream tomorrow.
I know.
With my homie Brad, we're gonna play some fucking Call of Duty Zombies. I'm fucking stoked on that. And then
Yeah, I thought you were gonna do Metal Gear Solid too.
No, so after I am done playing with the homie there, it'll probably be after midnight by then, so April 30th. And then when we're done playing, I'm definitely gonna do some runs, especially if I don't before the collab. I'm definitely doing MGS2 on 29th or 30th or both if I can. I do want to do that, but
yeah,
tight schedule.
Planning hopefully when I do wake up early enough, and I hope I do have the energy for it. I think I already told you, but I'm planning to do a Metal Gear Solid 2 story playthrough.
Fuck yeah, dude.
On extreme, all cutscenes, possibly a lot of codecs.
On extreme? That's crazy to me, dude, because like I feel like I'm pretty good at the game because I've got VE fairly down pat, but like, dude, like I tried to do hard mode and I couldn't get past the vamp fight doing it non-lethally.
Same. Like the first time, it's gonna be very weird and just like, what the fuck is this? How is this so hard? I'm supposed to be good.
I know, dude. I run into that a lot where like I can't be. Maybe I just give up way too fast, but you definitely give up faster when you're on live. When you've been on live getting your ass kicked on the same part for 30 minutes, you're like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, it's especially more so when like no one is like, watching or like saying you can do it, or like, trying to get your spirits up.
Yeah.
When the chat is like being with you, it's so much like more better. Not sure what the word is. I don't think it's supportive. I mean, it is supportive, but oh, whatever.
Yeah. So, like, you might remember this clip from the other day. So, speaking of things that are canon in the Metal Gear universe, can we talk about my recent discovery that Solid Snake is definitely bisexual, which we already knew.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
But him and Vamp have fornicated, or at least had some kind of encounter, probably of a sexual nature.
Obviously, Otacon as well did Snake.
You think Otacon and Snake smashed? Where's your basis on that? Give me the basis. You can't just hit me with that.
They're gay, bro. Trust me. Trust me. The funny handshake they do. It's obviously they're obviously gay.
Dude,
obviously homosexual.
Only a couple of bros who be fucking do some shit on that level. That's on the real, dude.
Do you think Otacon is the top or the bottom? Obviously, it would be like bottom, but who knows? Maybe Snake is the bottom.
I think a top Otacon would be the most terrifying thing in the world.
Why are we talking about this?
You fucking started it.
I listen. I just be talking. Making sense is optional.
Yes. So for anyone that doesn't have the context, I will give it to you quick here. There's a scene in Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty where Vamp grabs Snake and pins him up against the wall, and Snake's masked, so you don't know his identity at this point. Although it's David Hayter, so you have a pretty good idea.
No, you can tell the voice.
Anyway, Vamp gives us old Snake there a smell and says,
That's
strange smell. You smell like, and then
like
literally, Yes, you see the subtitles S and then a
S,
dash. Throws him on the
and he also
ground,
says
and
that.
he says, "Are you? It has to be." So Vamp knows Snake's scent. He smells it, and he's like, "Ooh, this scent is familiar.
No,
Oh, it's
that
Snake."
is kind of weird. Like, how does he know? Like, we can like do the funny, haha, they had sex, but like, how does he know actually? How would he know?
Okay,
How the
wait, no, like what I'm trying to say is I fully believe that Kojima would like slyly write in, cuz think about how crazy and complex, I mean, MGS2 like tackled topics that who the fuck else was at the time. Like MGS2 tackles so many fucking wild ass topics that like you see more every time you go through. So definitely like writing in slyly that it's canon that Snake and Vamp has fucked, I believe he would do that because he's fucking Kojima and he's brilliant. I actually fucking love that. That like, like
yeah, that I
Snake and
mean,
Vamp got a little frisky one time.
I mean, would Kojima do that? Honestly, I would not be surprised if that was the case, but logically speaking, how would he know? Like, at what point did Vamp come in contact with Snake, figure out what he smells like, and remember that smell? Like, wouldn't you just know by his voice at that point if he came so close? Okay, that's weird. He came in close contact
Well, not
um
necessarily.
to smell him.
I mean, like someone you haven't seen in a really long time, you might not recognize their voice immediately, right? Like, obviously, for the player, that's David Hayter on the VA, but like for an actual real life situation, like if you haven't seen someone for say years and like a masked guy comes in, maybe somewhere in the back of your head you're like, oh, that kind of sounds like, but
That's fair.
yeah,
But how does he know how he smells like? What the fuck?
sex. Maybe not sex. Maybe they just like got a little frisky at a party one time. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws, but there's some pretty sturdy straws, man. I gotta say. Dude, I remember loving MGS2 as well because like my homie when I was growing up, I don't know why he had a PS2 Action Replay Max pre-packed with hella fucking cheat codes for thousands of games and certainly almost every game I owned. Um so like I hacked I know I hacked MGS3 a lot as well. I hacked
Mm.
MGS2 a shit ton. I'm trying to think of what other games I hacked. Can't even fucking remember.
That reminds me, I used to also have something similar,
Yeah,
but I
dude,
don't
old
remember
school like
like
cheat
actual
discs.
replayers or other
Yeah,
things.
and like back in the cartridge console days, they had same thing like Game Shark Action
Yeah.
Replay fucking cartridges, man, and like that shit was sick. And like I just remember having so much fun. Like, and I love now that I have the tools that I do, like the trainer for the PC version to literally like blip out of bounds and like fuck with shit, look for shit.
Mm.
But even with the limited tools, like I would just give myself everything I could with the cheat codes and just try and like fuck with the game and find shit. Cuz MGS2 for me, like from the second I booted it up, got it for Christmas
Fuck yeah.
2009 or some shit. And the Christmas
Have
before I had gotten MGS3, and then the Christmas before was the PS3, which came with MGS4 and MGS1. And then I finally got to MGS2, and I loved it from the second I booted it up. And for years, actually, I was chapped about this. I felt like it was too short. I got to the end of the game, and I was like, what the fuck? It's over already? They barely used
yeah.
Arsenal gear. Like, what the fuck? So I just played
Yeah,
it a
some
million
I
more
actually
times.
sorry, I actually in regards to Arsenal, there have been some scenes that have been deleted due to 9/11, no?
Yeah, dude.
The
There's a whole
9/11
scene
changes.
of crashing Arsenal gear crashing through Manhattan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you only see Arsenal gear like flowing through the river, I think, and after that, it's just already crashed in.
On the document of Metal Gear Solid 2, you can go in and explore maps, and that map where that scene was supposed to take place, like basically a fully modeled Manhattan 2001 PS2 game equivalent, and you can like explore it on the document disc, and I did a little bit, and it was cool. It was interesting.
Hmm. But yeah, I think like when you just take out all the cutscenes, Metal Gear as a franchise is very short in like gameplay
Yeah,
only.
yeah. No, seriously.
Even when we're not talking about speed running, I think you can do a lot of those games in like 3 hours time when you're like playing casually. I think
MGS.
like only MGS4 can be kind of long.
Yeah, MGS4 is hella long. 2 and 3
Also,
are a little
obviously,
bit
Peace
longer.
Walker and 5.
MGS1 is like if you take more than 5 hours on MGS1, maybe if it's like literally your first experience with the game ever, but if you're going back and doing just a casual replay for fun, cutscenes and everything included, you're looking at 4 or 5 hours. You can clear that.
Basically, it's kind of
Maybe
weird how
even
we
3 if you're really
remember
good.
those games to be like super fucking long, and yet they're actually short. They're actually pretty short experiences.
Well, I think
But
that
but
the standard is so much higher now. I mean, like when a game drops now, if you don't, oh my god, if a game came out toting less than 40 hours of content, shit, less than 60 even, people would be like, it's too short.
it's kind of weird because I have a similar thing where I don't want games to be stretching out for too long, and yet I don't want them to be too short. You know, because
I'm
it's like it's very long. Then I just get bored of it because it's like I'm doing the same thing. Probably there's nothing like entertaining me anymore.
Yeah, dude, like I miss the short linear um 8 9 hour story game. That's almost gone now. Everything that's dropping now is like this big, huge, stupid thing. I feel like, and I mean, like sometimes I love it. Like uh, RPGs. I mean, you expect an RPG to be like that. Like
Yeah, RPGs are like naturally long
yeah, but games
because
like
there's not a whole lot of cutscenes and just a lot of text boxes.
yeah, even like
Uh,
platformers and stuff that come out now. I haven't played really any recent platformers, but I have a feeling that they are just gonna be like way longer
oh
than.
yeah.
And I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind a couple short games here and there, like oh yeah, like bump this quick, in like a day or two, and then move on. Not like playing through a game and like this has been 2.5 weeks of my life. Like, are we done yet?
Oh yeah, that's basically me and the game Super Hot. You probably heard of it. And just the game itself with like I guess the story mode I guess you can call it like the main game is just under 2 hours.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually no. That's a super good point. I forgot how short Super Hot was. Seriously, it's stupid short. It's almost too short.
But
I wish it was like 4 hours.
same, at least 4 hours or 5. But when you include like all
Too
the other
short.
extra modes and whatnot, then it's I
Yeah,
think you would
true.
definitely look at like
Super
20 if
hot.
you're going for like all
Super hot.
achievements.
Super hot. Sorry.
Like
Insanely
the
short game, man.
that game is very unique. There's like something there, you know. There's
Yeah.
like potential to do more with it. Um,
It's fun the aspect of time only moving when you do, and like
mm,
I've been having a lot of fun playing Cyberpunk recently. Obviously, 'cause it's one of my favorite games, but this playthrough,
mm,
I'm rocking a little upgrade called the Sandevistan, which lets you slow down time for like 20 seconds or something. Slow time to
mm.
25% speed, and like now that I think about it, that actually kind of reminded me of Super Hot a little bit, just the concept of like a warped time, and being able to like in super hot when you're at a standstill, you know, you can like shoot your gun or throw something.
Mm.
And then it's like slowly going through the air. That's kind of what using the sand the Sandevistan is really annoying because if you have a gun with like a low fire rate, you'll fire and then you'll click to fire again when you usually would be able to, but time's slowed. So like I have a revolver,
Yeah.
so that cylinder in the revolver like
Just
takes longer to turn.
slowly goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. So I try and fire a second shot and it's like, nope,
Nope.
not yet.
Although I kind of wish Super Hot was more, I don't know, graphical, because my eyes are, you know, it has a unique approach to its graphics. It's like everything is white and enemies are red, and that's it. Shoot the red guy, shoot the coming. I mean, what? um,
I just got that. Jesus.
um, what was I supposed to say? Yes, I kind of wish it had more graphics because my eyes hurt after a while looking at all the white scenery.
Yeah, I feel that, dude. I used to play a lot of like Super Mario World in particular.
Mm,
When I was like, I'd say 15 years old, I played it quite regularly on my PC. And compared to playing other games, like, I mean, like I was sitting in like my dark ass bedroom, as well. Blue light glasses weren't even like too crazy much of a thing at the time, minus like gunners have been around for a long time. And I just remember like more than any of the modern games I was playing, Super Mario World blown up on my monitor with all those bright colors in my dark room was murder on my eyeballs, bro.
mm,
I haven't touched that game in so long because I associate Super Mario World with my eyeballs being in pain.
that's fair.
Like being traumatized, man.
You can also just I don't know, get yourself like a filter on your monitor that just makes it a little bit more orange, so it's
I
like
got
easier on your
the.
eyes.
I don't know where I've set them, but I have those glasses you'll see me sporting on stream. I don't need glasses. Those are like blue light filter glasses, and they do the
That's
work.
fair.
I bought them off Amazon. Literally, just like if you're like,
How
oh
much are
man,
they?
I'm sick of. Mine were maybe less than 20 Canadian, I think.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll look it up
If not, it
someday.
was a little over around the 20 Canadian mark, like, and
Hmm.
dude, it's totally worth it because I know I do it, I know you do it. More than likely, most of the people that are gonna be listening to this do it. You just stare at that monitor, sometimes in a dark room for hours. Like, yes, get the fucking blue light filter glasses because it does
Oh
help.
God, by the way, I fucking hate like so I and my brother have like different stances on it because like we both play games, we are both on our computers all the damn time basically. And I am one of those people that freaking dislikes like artificial light from my room. And for me it doesn't hurt my ass as much, but for my brother he says like it hurts him, he needs the light, so it's not so bad on his eyes. So neither of us, you know, can like kind of, I wouldn't say coexist because we definitely do coexist, but we both have like problems with it because one doesn't want the light, the other wants the light.
Yeah, I can definitely sympathize with your bro. I mean, like I have my light on right now, and most of the time, like when I'm on stream, I have I have my LEDs on and I have my little like photo light so that I'm lit
Yeah.
up. But like if I'm not live and I'm just sitting in here chilling, chances are I actually probably have the light on and my blue light glasses on for extra protection because I haven't had like the sensation of my eyeballs burning to the point where I did with like Super Mario World that much, but definitely like I've noticed do a long gaming session, especially if you're sitting in a dark room, which I again I used to like to sit in the dark room, so that
Same.
definitely had an effect. And like after a long gaming session, wicked headache. The blue light glasses, I never get those headaches anymore unless I forget to wear them. There have been some days where I've forgotten to wear them like all day, and then after I'm like, oh fuck, fuck, I'm not wearing them right now.
Also
I might be
about
fucked.
light, I'm definitely one of those weirdos that's like wants to be like in a dark room Like I'm at school, right? And we're gonna have PE soon, and we have to go to our changing rooms, right? I go to the room. There's no one there, and I'm not turning the light on because I don't need to change just yet, and I can just chill on my phone.
Yeah.
And the others come in and just like, "Oh, dude, why are you sitting in the dark?" Just like I just like the dark, you know.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. I used to be, I used to. Okay, come on, Dan. Words. A while ago,
Take
I
your
would have said
time.
the exact same thing, but at some point, a switch just flicked. I think I know which point too. I kind of realized today that like I have only been like literally like taking adult life seriously and taking care of myself seriously and like
Mm.
taking my goals seriously and all that corny shit for only like 4 months now. I'm 22 years old and I've only just started.
I kind of forget that you're only 3 years older than me.
I was so late to I just turned 22 by the I've been 22 for 20 days. This is the ninth.
Good job.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't even remember what my point to
But
that
there,
was,
there
but
has
I
been
realized
also
that.
a switch in my mind one day. I'll be honest, I had this awful habit of biting my nails. It wasn't just like, oh, just like, biting your nails like some people do. No, it was like beyond that. It was horrible. I had deformed fucking fingernails, like actually horrible to
Ooh.
look at because of my stupid habit. And one day I'm just like looking at my nails. I'm just like, you know what? I just won't. I just won't bite them. It just worked. I literally stopped. Like I just said to myself, I just don't do it, lol.
You know what? I have that reminds me of a story. You're always reminding me of stories, man. And this one's a little heavy, folks, but we get heavy on the
Oh.
Greasy Heaven late night show, dude. I was abusing drugs, man. I was taking fucking pillies, dude, and I was getting geeked off the fucking pillies. I did this for like months. Like eventually I got to the point where it was straight, like almost every night I was getting high on some fucking pills. And then literally
Mm.
just one day I realized like something just went off in my brain. Like, yo, like no, I gotta stop this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
and
some
and
point,
I
you just
literally
realize you're
like
just destroying
yeah,
yourself.
I think that's probably why I had such an easy time quitting alcohol actually, because for anyone that doesn't know, last May I swore off alcohol, and I have stayed true to that for 11 months now, a year next
Not a
month.
single drop.
No, none, never. I almost slipped once. But it didn't end up
Hmm.
happening, and here I am. And I think the reason I had such an easy time is because 2 years before I got sober from alcohol, I got sober from fucking literal drugs.
That's fair.
It was weird. I just had a little phase of like doing drugs, and then yeah, like it took a while. It did take a while, but eventually I realized like, yo, I can't keep doing this.
That's fair.
This is not.
What about recreational use? Just like once in a month, twice max, or something.
You see, I've definitely considered. I haven't necessarily considered that with the drugs, but I have considered that with the alcohol. Those have been my close call slips. And you see, the thing is like when you get really heavy into an addiction, especially if you're like me and generally have an addictive personality. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people have even suggested this to me, like, oh, like, hey, maybe you could have, just have a drink every now and then, keep it casual, right? But like, no, brother, like, seriously, like, I don't think people like get the severity of it, which is fine. That's okay. But like
Like the
literally,
chance of it coming back to you.
I feel like one drop of alcohol touches these lips. Feel like there is a very good chance that I will spiral, and
That's
like
fair.
even if it takes like even if I'm chill at first, like within a couple weeks I will just spiral back into my old behavior, and it will take some fucking miracle to pull me back out. So here I am, sober with air quotes because I still smoke weed, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like here I am 11 months sober from alcohol, and my friend O'Day, who told me I was a good guy today. He was I was talking with him about my sobriety, and he was just like, "Yeah, dude, like that's fucking great." And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like that's just when someone genuinely is like, no, like, hey, good for you. You made a good choice. Like versus people that are like, ah, well, you don't drink at all, and it's like, no.
That's fair. I
Yeah.
probably said this before on podcasts or like whatever. The few times I did do alcohol, I don't know. It doesn't feel like I would like abuse that because a lot of people just like abuse alcohol to like drink the pain away or something like that. You tell me. I don't fucking know how that works.
You know what? I will state for the record that there was a point where I said and genuinely believed I will never be an alcoholic. I don't have the capacity to become an alcoholic. I'm a casual drinker. That's it, period. And then I literally found myself not rock bottom, but approaching rock bottom alcoholic. I was fast
Hmm.
approaching when somebody pulled me off my course. That's
But
somebody who I
what
cannot
did I want to
mention.
say?
I could mention them, but no, that's immature. So, moving on.
Like, yeah, the few times I did drink alcohol, I only did get to like the tipsy stage where I do am conscious of like my actions. So it was like, okay, tipsy, um, tipsy, and like disoriented. So I'm just like, okay, that's enough for me. That's it. Like, I don't even have the money at the moment to even become a fucking
Dude, I
alcoholic.
mean, even when I was like heavy into the drinking, I now granted I did have a few times where I got a little crazy with it, but most of the time, like I was this is the type of alcoholic I was. I would I would drink every day all the time almost, but I would just sip that shit nice and slow. Like it wasn't a daily basis thing, me getting like blackout drunk. I was just tipsy throughout the day sipping my shit, you know? And like the crowd I was around at the time, some of them would be like, "Oh, come on, drink more," or like, "Oh, chug it, you pussy." And I'm like, dude,
No, that
like,
is toxic behavior as
yeah,
fuck.
exactly. Like why I mean like I don't know. I don't think if you do want to drink in moderation, like, yeah, go for it. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, any excessivity to it, I'm just like, that's not good, man. I don't know. And it's a big,
Hmm.
it's a big culture. People that just live to like go to bars and clubs and get drunk and fucking mingle with people and just a bunch of drunken fucking madness and spending way too
Hmm.
much money, and it's like, yo, get together with the boys,
Um,
listen to some fucking Biggie and smoke a fucking joint, man. Like
but that was alcohol. What about like drugs? Not like weed, because I know you do smoke weed, and I guess like not very like a lot to be like a problem. But like, what about the other less than legal substances? Just
I
like your opinion.
I personally have sworn that shit off entirely. Because
Hmm.
because of my stint with the pills, and after that, I was just like, Kate, no, I'm not gonna touch anything ever. Addictive personality, bad idea. For people that want to do it recreationally, I'd say there's ones to stay away from. Shit like meth, the Ron, heroin. Don't, Kate, dude. I mean, like, shit dude, if you want to do like a little cocaine or like you want to drop a couple pillies or something, just be safe. Like, and I
Yeah.
don't know how to be safe because people are lacing
Neither
these
do I.
drugs with all kinds of crazy, like fentanyl, man, is some crazy shit. Like, be fucking careful. And like, I don't know. I really don't. Even if you feel like you can 100% trust this person, I mean, does the person that does your friend trust the person they got the drugs from 100% even, right? Are y'all gonna fuck around
Yeah.
and die? So it's
Or get you like addicted so they buy more of that stuff
yeah,
and
so it's hard to
you
say
know
how to stay safe even with like those lesser more I guess in some cases less life ruining party drugs. I mean, compared to like shooting heroin. Don't shoot heroin on a dime. Like hanging out at your boy's house and like, hey man, you wanna just like fuck around and like shoot some heroin real quick just for fun? Like, no.
Yeah.
Don't.
I
That's
have a friend I do speak with somewhat regularly, and she said that they do like I think it's ecstasy like sometimes. Uh, like she said, oh, it's like it's good, yeah, like it's good if you just do it every once in a while,
yeah, for
because
sure.
for like her effects are somewhat positive, because she gets like more social, and it's like it just feels nice to her. But like part of me is like saying something is gonna be fucked up if you keep doing this.
Yeah.
Even if obviously I haven't done it myself, nor do I know the effects of drugs. I don't look up the effects of narcotics. No, yeah, anyway. But I guess would be a fun topic to just research on.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like casual, moderated, informed adult decisions don't bother me. You know, even dip shitter fucking shady fucking Ron shooting business doesn't bother me. Your business doesn't bother me. I'm a busy guy. I don't care. But again, I'm still want to put the word out there like yeah, like dude, if you want to have some fun on the weekend, however the hell you want to get down, do it. Unless it's casually shooting Ron. You don't casually
Yeah.
shoot Ron for fuck's sakes. That's
Would you do some other drug, like just only once to just try it? Not something like super active like heroin or maybe
well,
cocaine.
so then there's another category of drugs, psychedelics. Shit like
Oh.
magic mushrooms, acid, LSD, you know.
So yeah, LSD. Yeah.
I have
I'm not too familiar with like drugs, because do I look like a drug fucking
yeah.
abuser, like user to you?
Fucking
Bro. The only substance I really say
substance
I
Metal Gear.
somewhat abuse, Jesus Christ, would be like fucking energy drinks, and that's all. I don't even smoke, nor do I vape. If I were to like smoke, then definitely do electric cigarettes.
Don't even
'Cause-
don't just like
I,
straight up just
I'm
don't
not
pick that
saying
shit up.
I'm not saying I will, but if worst comes to worst, I think I would rather choose that only because of the nicer smell.
You know what, dude? Well, here's the thing. That's an informed adult decision, right? I mean,
Mm.
actually, like when I got addicted to nicotine, that was not an informed adult decision. I mean, I was fucking 15 years old and I was like,
Mm.
"Oh, all the cool kids are doing it. Let me suck on that thing."
Yeah, that's
Ayo.
fair.
Um, but again, if you
Mm.
know what, if you tomorrow were like, "Oh, I picked up smoking." I'd be like I'd definitely be a little bit like, bro, really? But again, like, it's an informed decision, right? Like, you know the fucking health risks of smoking or vaping on some
Exactly.
shit, right? Like, and if
I
you're
think I
if
was like offered a cigarette once or twice in primary school by some dumb fuck. I just said no. Um, like I think all of my family did smoke at an early age, not necessarily my brother, and my brother did it later. Not sure about my mother, but I think my mother said that my father did smoke at 13. So yikes!
yeah,
It
dude,
ki- it kind of somewhat runs in the family that we smoke. I guess I'm the exception for now. Maybe this will change. I hope not. I don't want to smoke. Listen, my wallet is already thin. I don't want it fucking disappear.
yeah, man. I wonder. I wonder. Maybe I might look that up sometime.
um,
Like
but
different cigarette prices for different places, because that's not something I've looked into. Because in Canada, they are particularly expensive. I mean, compared to how they used to be. Even 7 years ago, when I was a kid, it was like maybe around $12 for a pack. Now it's around 18. That same $12 pack is $18 now. And I mean, like when my mom was young, they were like $4 or $5 for a pack. They have just gone way up. And that's not even just inflation. I mean, the government puts a bunch of taxes on it and shit. They've done the same thing to all vaping products, which they didn't before, and now they've put a tax on the vaping products similar to cigarettes. And weed. Canada has legalized weed that is also taxed by the government. Fucking feds taking our goddamn money, dude.
If you were to ask me if I would do drug just to try them, normally I would say no, because primarily I would be fairly afraid of me getting addicted, and that is a fair concern. That is a very much a good concern to be, wondering about if you're gonna get
Would you
addicted to it.
describe yourself as having an addictive personality?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Because again, I describe myself the same way, and I'm literally a fucking addict. Like, yes,
Like,
I have recovered, I have gotten better, but the thing is like even once you feel like you're over the hill, and you're like, okay, like I'm sober from being very not sober, like. And I feel like I'm going to be able to relatively stay on this path now. Like, I'm good. Like, you're always an addict. Dude, today, I got like a fucking twinge in my spine. I wanted to drink. I just kind of got like a flashback memory to like
mm,
a night of drinking with some friends, and just the energy and literally the like aroma of alcohol in the room, and I was like, I wanted to sip so fucking bad. It lasted for about 5 minutes. I was just like, oh my god, I want to fucking sip, bro. Seriously.
mm.
And like that can just come up at any time. It's crazy. So like even once
Uh,
you're over it, you're an addict for life, man. So definitely don't blame you
mm.
for shying away from that. I think you definitely head of the
There's
game
nothing
there.
like bad to be shying away from those things, I think.
No,
Like
fuck no.
they're obviously like harmful if you're taking too much.
I did, you know what, dude? There probably was a time where maybe I'd sit here. Maybe I wouldn't be ballsy enough to say it, but I'd be like thinking in my mind, "Oh, you square! Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this lame-o. He doesn't even smoke. I bet he doesn't even skate either." But then you're like, "Yeah, I have an addictive personality, so I'm not gonna do addictive shit." I'm like, why couldn't I be that fucking smart? Oh, fuck, man.
Well, the only like addictive part that does apply would be monsters, I think.
Monsters,
Although
dude. Same.
there was a few times where either my family told me about it, or like I personally decided to just stop drinking Monster, and like I don't think it was actually that hard,
I
to
mean,
like
dude,
just stop.
caffeine is technically like a drug. Of
Caffeine
course, not
is a
technically.
drug.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Coffee
I mean,
is a
yeah.
drug because
Yeah.
it is like not a psychotic, I think.
Dude,
It's stimulants. It's a
stimulant,
stimulant.
exactly. I didn't even realize I had done it. I just didn't have a monster in the morning when I woke up, and then I think I was on my way to work. Maybe I was running late, so like maybe I skipped the A&W, didn't grab no coffee, and then I ended
Hmm.
up hitting the floor for the next 5 hours at work with absolutely no caffeine in my body that day. Brother, it was fucking rough. I tell you what, like I will be I will be late to get a coffee, because if I don't get my coffee, I may as well not show up at all.
No, given that coffee actually caffeine is technically a drug, wouldn't that mean that like soft drinks and monsters actually, energy drinks, wouldn't those be technically kind of drugs as well? Because they do have caffeine. Wouldn't tea even be considered a drug? Because I think tea even has caffeine. No,
I
like
mean,
does
caffeine
tea
is a
have
drug,
caffeine?
so if anything has caffeine in it,
Yes.
then
Tea has 100 milligrams
dude,
of
they used to
caffeine.
put opium in tea. They used to make fucking opium tea. Literally, like, fucking raw tea, dude. Like, not
Yeah.
quite, but. Opioids, man, that's the scariest one. That's the pills I was abusing, fucking opioid pills, man, and like,
Um, I
oh,
wouldn't.
crazy
Yeah,
fucking
but
shit,
back to the
dude.
topic. I wouldn't do it, normally. But if it was someone I did trust, like 100, 1,000%, and I know that it's like very like only once and only like once and only once and never again, probably. Maybe, like even if I was sure nothing is wrong gonna happen, that would still be a fat maybe. I would probably say still yeah, not yes, a no,
Yeah, man.
because the risks, like just the addiction, the risk of addiction alone would like shy me away already.
I had a horrible story once, about a guy, and he was addicted to drugs, taking pills in particular, and then he got clean for like a couple years. Maybe it wasn't quite a couple years. Maybe it was more like a year, like the better part of a year. He was clean for a long time, and then like one night he was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get some pillies and have a good time. Relapse is a part
Mm.
of recovery, right? And so he picked up some pillies, and they were unfortunately laced with fentanyl, and he died like around
Was
our
that
age,
cause
dude.
what's fentanyl? Cause not familiar with
Fentanyl,
terms.
dude, you don't know what fentanyl is? Holy shit!
Maybe I do know. I just don't know the like the Polish. I
Hang
mean
on,
the English term.
I'll pull up the.
Maybe it's something I do know, but I just don't
Okay,
recognize. That's all.
fentanyl is a potent synthetic opioid drug approved by the Food and Drug
Administration.
Administration for pain
FDA says
relief
yes.
and anesthetic. It is approximately 100 times more potent than morphine and 50 times more potent than heroin.
So it's basically free addiction.
Like literally like a couple crumbs can make you overdose as far as I understand.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and so like people's drugs are like they're getting unknowingly laced with this. You know Little Peep, the rap artist, right?
I do recognize him, but I don't listen
That's
to his
that dude.
music.
That's how he passed away. He didn't even know he was fucking taking the shit, and there was some fentanyl in there, and that's how he passed away, dude. It's crazy. It's actually a really big problem, and it's killed again a lot of people around our age, man. Crazy fucking shit, dude. And that's why I
Something about
say,
our
dude,
age.
like even if you want to do drugs casually, like just look the fuck out, because people are putting fucking fentanyl in that shit, bro. It's fucked
That
up.
reminds me. Isn't there like 24, like a 27 club or something, which is like a reference to people dying at that
Yeah,
age?
yeah. It's like celebrities, musicians, and stuff that have passed away at the age of 27.
Yeah, 27. Yeah.
Who's in there? Who's in there? I don't even know. Is Kurt Cobain one of them? I'm gonna sound really stupid when I say that, aren't I? Yeah, he is.
Let's see. Cause of death, because there's a list. Drug abuse.
That's
There's.
crazy.
I went on the Wikipedia and the word drug came up 18 times. Also, one, two, three times were before the list. So there's approximately 14 people on the list that died due to drugs. Hmm. I don't even
Shit.
know these people.
That's the thing with like like Hollywood and LA, man. Like big time fucking party culture there, right? And I mean like especially more so back in the day, like if you're trying to make it big in like the movie industry, music industry too, like you're probably heading to Los Angeles and you're just going to be surrounded by that like party culture and fucking drugs and shit, and yeah, it fucks people up, man. I mean, shit, like it's not like that's not even a thing that's exclusive to the city of Los Angeles. Fuck, you can come to my city and find that kind of culture all over the place
hmm.
too, man. Like probably your city too. Fuck, like
Very possible. Very possible.
it's crazy,
Probably
dude.
just I'm
It's
just probably not aware because I don't fucking go out and I don't wish to.
yeah, dude. And I mean, like there was definitely a time where and
Although young smokers in Poland is very common.
If you want, you could maybe blame music and other forms of media, but definitely growing up, I found the
It's easy to blame media for it. I think
yeah
it's like the scapegoat. I
I like
think it's more due to family issues, like like something in the family is just dysfunctional, and or because of parents
it can
using those
be
things as well.
any number of things, and then I mean like that could to an extent be boosted by influence, glamorizing like party lifestyle, drugs,
Definitely,
like
yes.
gang shit. And there was definitely a time in my life where like I was on some corny shit like, oh, I want to fucking flip packs on the block and keep the Glock in my pants and fucking I want to
Well,
do all this
blaming like
partying
the
and shit.
media, music, video games,
No,
I
I
think that
definitely
is
shouldn't say
ridiculous.
no, no, no. They definitely shouldn't have all, if even the tiniest amount of the blame. No, not even the tiniest amount. I'll put them at zero. But like it's
Like, how many times have you saw a person that is just playing video games turn out to be a killer or something? Probably
no
never.
that
And
often
if
no
they are, they're probably because of other things, you know.
no
I don't
always
know.
yeah.
The media always likes to blame it for some reason.
There's all kinds of factors that go into this shit. But dude, I've never been like in that world of like the like the street kid hood rat shit or the big time drug culture, but I've gotten glimpses and I've dipped my toe into that world, and yeah, I'm telling you, you like nobody's missing anything. Like if there's any young kids out there that are anything like I was and are like that's cool, no, it's not.
Like, why even do it? Like, the risks versus, I'm not sure if there are benefits or on it. Then you feel funny for
this
like an
is
hour or something. I have no fucking clue. But like,
this is so corny right now, but I don't even care because I always am big on like I want to get I want to get the message to the kids, man. Shit's not cool. Shit's not cool. Sit in your room and play
yeah,
video games. That's fucking cool. That's what I do anyway.
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe go out and meet some bitches, but if they do drugs, be like, no, bitch,
yeah,
no drugs.
bro. Just do it so your wallet is happy. Honestly,
Exactly, dude. It should cost so much money, man.
like, how the fuck do you have money to get this shit? I want that kind of money. PayPal me, hello.
Yeah, fuck.
If you want to get out of the addiction and you have too much money, feel free to PayPal us. I don't mind. I can take care of that money.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it for you so you don't spend it on drugs. I'll spend it on drugs instead. uh, meaning weed.
That remind. Can I go first?
Yeah, no, yeah, no.
So I remember in primary, there's this one kid, and you can tell he's a little fucking smoker, a little shithead, and I'm like 14, 13 maybe, I don't fucking remember. And this little fucker, this little tiny fucking gremlin is like, "Hey, you have a smoke?" And I'm like, "What?" Dude's like fucking 10 or 11.
Yeah.
How does that happen actually?
Dude, even when I was 15, I mean, I didn't have no facial hair or nothing yet. And I definitely looked like I probably looked younger than I was at the time. And we would always, like, if we saw someone smoking, us little hoodlums would converge on this motherfucker. You gotta smoke, gotta smoke. And there was multiple times where people were like, no, you're a fucking child. I'm like, what?
Say, what would you do if a bunch of underage people, like 16, even 17, came up to you and you asked, "Hey, can you buy us some smokes or alcohol?" What would you do?
Dude, they would, and they would see me, right? They would see me outside and, a scruffy guy, maybe some like baggy clothes, beanie action going on.
Mm.
Maybe I look like a cool hip dude. And these kids would come up and be like, hey, can you buy us some like cigarettes or alcohol? Or, I mean, like weed's legal here. We got weed stores. They might be like, oh, like go get us some weed. And
Because I don't know, I don't remember the law in here, or how is it like in
It
Canada?
is
But I
very
don't
illegal
think
to
like
supply shit to
I don't think
minors.
like giving someone those substances itself is illegal.
It is
Only
here.
uh like selling those things to young people is like definitely illegal. I'm not sure about
It is very much
giving,
here. I mean, like,
but
if you're a minor and you get caught with substance, that's not like if you're a minor and you get caught with alcohol, that's not necessarily like a charge. But like if you're an adult providing alcohol or
mm,
tobacco, and the law is definitely the same for marijuana here. Like, yeah, almost like as the like the stoner, I might almost somewhere in my heart be like, if they wanted weed, be like, yeah, I'll buy these kids some weed, man. But no, because that's illegal. And if they wanted cigarettes or alcohol, again, they might think I look cool. I would give them a lecture. And then they'd be like, yo, this hippie dude is really giving us a fucking lecture on alcoholism right now. What the fuck? I'd be like, the kids, the bottle is the devil.
uh, I'd say
Go
that
home and tell your
depends.
parents you love them. I don't have parents, Dan. Well, go fucking find some then and tell them you love them.
That
Find
depends for me,
Jesus.
cause I do have a classmate in my class that I'm pretty sure she smokes e-cigarettes and also like normal cigarettes as well, and she's like, hey, can you buy me some smokes? And just like, well, I mean, she's cool. I don't find her like a bitch or like something bad about her, and she's like almost 18 at the moment, I think, might be 18 already, but
What's
she's
that
already
sound?
smoking for she's like already smoking for some time, like what doesn't matter. So I'm like, okay,
What's that sound? What's that
I'll
sound, man? I think the feds are busting down your door. Dog, I swear to God, the feds are coming for you right now, dude.
but if it was like a random ass shitter that I don't even know, then definitely no, I wouldn't get them anything. If they were to like annoy me like bad, I would get their money and buy shit for myself.
Dude, one time, I was in high school and a younger girl, like in one of the younger grades, I was out at the corner smoking, and she came up and she asked me for a smoke, and I gave her a smoke, and I thought she was like 15, 16, and I was like 17. Maybe I was
Hmm.
18 at the time. Feds come get me, whatever. But I thought she was 15, 16, and then I found out later, like, oh yeah, she's 14. I'm like, ah,
Uh-oh. Yikes.
ah. Like, ethically speaking, like, at the time, again, 15, 16, that was the age I started, so I'd be like, yeah, here you go. But like 14 years old, no, at least wait a year. Don't
Yeah.
start before 15. You know what? If you're gonna start young, that's That's my one rule for you fucking youngsters out there. No, dude, don't start smoking bogeys at 13. Dude, I know motherfuckers that like started at 12. And dude, I know people that got into like doing like meth and shit at like 14, 15 years old too.
And I kind
Crazy.
of wonder how the fuck do they have connections to those things or the money for it?
Um
How does that? How do people not find that out?
I mean
Like
predators,
parents.
man. I mean like well, cuz a lot of the people I'm talking about were girls cuz they got involved with these older
Yeah.
dudes, way older dudes,
Yeah.
and in a lot of those cases, yeah, there is like hard fucking drugs involved too. One girl I knew, she got addicted to meth, unknowingly. She was with these guys, and they were like, "Hey, let's go smoke some weed," and she was like, "Okay, cool, like yeah, go smoke some weed." Again, on the drug spectrum, smoking some weed is pretty fucking harmless. Yeah, turns out there was some methamphetamine sprinkled
Oh
into
boy.
this weed. And she literally like spiraled from there. She was in like fucking rehab as like a teenager, like maybe not even 16. I don't even think 16, dude. I think like 15. Like meth addiction rehab, like holy fuck.
We had I think like last week we were talking about sex at like something about if your son had sex with an older person and they were like stoked about it, you'd be like, okay, good job, right?
I
I
may have
want to
said it.
ask, what do you think if you had like a son or a daughter or just like any other kid? And would you give them alcohol at a young age, just like to try or something like that?
There's a time I might have said yes to that. I'll
Mm,
definitely say that there definitely was a time I would have said yes to that.
mm.
And I mean, like, the answer's pretty clear cut for me. Again,
It's a fat no.
as the recovered, I guess maybe even still recovering alcoholic. No, fuck no, dude.
I
I
see.
don't know. Again, yeah, feds come get me, whatever. I mean, like, if they're later teens too, probably like 16, 17, they like wanted to smoke a little weed. Whatever. Okay, but even on the same tip, smoking or the e-cigarettes, probably same thing. I'd be like, no, 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 no. Like, listen to your shithead old dad, okay? And it's going to be the exact same. It's going to be history repeating itself, because my parents and my aunts and uncles growing up, same thing. Oh, listen here, you kid, I've been through life, I've done all the things, this is how it is, don't do this shit. And my kids will probably say the exact same thing that I did. Yeah, fuck you, I'm going to do whatever I want, because that's how you live your life, and that's how you learn and
Yeah,
grow, right?
I'd say definitely somewhere around the age of 15. That's the baseline. But obviously it depends if the kid has like the mental capacity, knows that, there are risks, they shouldn't do that. Um if they're, entirely fucking stupid, and I know they wouldn't do horrible fucking decisions, then maybe I would like give them like a sip or something, like just like let them know how this tastes or something like that. And I wouldn't definitely like tell them, okay, drink up, buddy, to like, till they're tipsy or like drunk. No,
Right.
I don't want. I wouldn't do that. Like a sip,
Yeah, like, yeah,
maybe
I feel that, like,
a
give
little,
them a
a little
drink.
sip, a
They're
little
they're
sip.
like, oh, I want to try it. Like, oh, here, let them try it, and then their face goes, ugh, gross.
Yeah, that was definitely me with coffee at an early age, and also with fish,
I
because I fucking
loved
hated
coffee
fish.
when I was a kid. I remember one time my
And now,
mom,
I'm living it with
yeah, dude.
coffee, and also fish is yummy.
One time when I was a kid, my mom told me, I was like, Mom, I want a sip of your coffee. She's like, no, fuck off. And I'm like, Mom, I want a sip of your coffee. And she's like, okay, fine, here you go. She gave me her coffee. I think it might have been an iced coffee, so that's probably what did it. If it was like a regular coffee, I might have been like, ew. But it was an iced coffee, ice cap from
Yeah,
Tim Hortons, which are delicious. And I
ice
picked up
ice
this
cap,
ice cap.
Sonic 3. Hey
Dude,
yo.
she thought I was gonna, like, think it's disgusting. I take a sip of this ice cap and I'm like, and I start drinking a bunch more, and she's like, no, fuck. Crazy. But here's the thing, man. Like, particularly my family, like my family lineage, I'm Irish. I'm part Irish, for fuck's
Hey
sakes.
yo.
Alcoholism is in my fucking lineage. I'm literally fucking Irish, okay? And
Do you eat
credit
potatoes?
to my mom, who's always said this. Like, when I was 15 and started drinking, and like she knew I was drinking, she was right away like, no, like, fucking don't fucking drink, you idiot. It's literally in your blood to be a fucking
Yeah.
degenerate alcoholic. So shout outs to my mom, love her. But like, if I was in that position as a parent, like, I would probably be the exact same as my mom. Like, as a recovering alcoholic, and knowing that alcoholism is kind of in the family lineage, I'd be like, no, I'm not going to give the kid alcohol. And I'm going to be like, hey, man, don't drink alcohol. Come smoke a joint with your dad. Fuck it. Like, just don't fucking drink, you little shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't like definitely like let my kid go on get fucking addicted to alcohol. No fucking way. In case of cigarettes, um, no, that's a fat no. At least personally, because I didn't smoke and don't think it's like good.
I mean, that's kind of
Um,
something that's out of your control too, though.
that
Because,
is definitely something that would be out of my control. If they're like, okay, let's say 16, 17, and they'd be like, "Hey, Dad, I smoked a cigarette." I mean, I would get mad, obviously, but
yeah, right, you
it's it's
fucking what?
It's not something I can control. I can only like hopefully teach them that they shouldn't do that, and I'm hoping they don't do that. But
I
if they
maybe
do that, and I mean that's life. You just have to accept it.
I feel
You know.
again. I'm certainly no fucking parenting expert, but I don't know. Maybe with the better approach, like if your kid, oh yeah, I fucking yeah. So I tried a cigarette the other day. I mean, you're definitely gonna have that twinge of like, you little shit, but just kind of
Yeah.
oh okay. What was that like? And they'll be like, oh, it was weird, or oh, I felt really funny, or whatever. And
I
like, oh yeah,
definitely would
you know
be
what those
angry, but I
fucking,
don't
you know
think
what
I'd
those
be
fucking
like
things will
angry
do
for
to
so
you.
long.
I'm saying like don't get angry in the sense of like aggressive, like oh like yell at
Yeah.
them,
Okay.
like oh that's bad.
Yeah.
More just be like
Yeah. Yeah. I
fucking things will
try
kill
to
you.
not to yell at people, because I really don't like yelling.
It's hard to. I mean like
Although I won't lie, I do yell pretty often because I suck at video games
I
or like
dude I
stuff
have a
happens
kid
IRL.
brother, right? And my kid brother is just a little fucking menace, and like especially when I still lived with my mom and him. Uh oh my god, I fucking yelled at him all the time. One time he went down. I had all my shit set up in the basement. And oh my god, there was a lock on that door. And I accidentally locked myself out of the basement area I was set up in. So me and my mom were like breaking down the door or some shit. I think we like took the doorknob off and then like
Yeah.
we're putting a new one on. So we're going through that whole process. And so doors wide open while we're replacing these door parts. And my little brother runs down there and he's saying some stuff. He's like, "Oh, I'm drawing," or "Oh, I'm scribbling," or something. And we're focused on the door, so like whatever, right? And then it's kind of like, what does he mean by that? He's drawing, he's scribbling. I go and I look at my TV, and there's a little, I don't even know where the fuck it came from. There's a little screw set down on the TV stand, and fucking hella scratches on the TV screen. He had the fucking screw
No.
and he scratched on I still use that TV and I can still see the fucking scratches if the
Oh.
program is dark enough, or like if I'm playing a game and I get into like a dark area, they just show right up.
Okay. Let's do like one more thing, and we're gonna end it here, I guess. Because
Yeah.
I won't lie, I'm getting kind of fatigued and I'm kind of hungry.
Same, yeah. We're at hour
So,
16 now. Another super long episode extravaganza.
not exactly long. I'd say an hour is like our standard. We should at least do an hour.
We have a standard.
But um, but you did as we did talk about it like off pod, and I've noted it down. Like a moral test, I guess. What would you do if you found a wallet like full of money, but also like have like the idea of the owner, who the owner is, their address and stuff? And would you take the money for yourself and just, fuck up with the wallet, or would you return the money?
You know, I maybe one would want to be like, oh no, I'd be the good and I would just return the whole thing
Yeah.
intact. I would definitely return the wallet.
But not the money. Oh, man, money just went missing.
And
Um,
dude, it's not like, and I wouldn't like, I'd just drop it on their doorstep or something. Maybe, I don't know, dude. That really depends on the day for me. I'm always trying to be as good as a person as I can, but I
yeah.
mean like the money struggle is real. So at the same time, I don't know. It's easy to talk about a hypothetical situation, but when actually faced with that situation, I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
it might come
different.
up in my mind like, is this like that person's rent money that's in their wallet that they dropped on the ground for some reason? You fucking
Yeah.
bozo. But like, should I like return this intact? Like what if I ruin somebody's fucking life because that money went missing? Like what if I could return that
Exactly.
wallet and their money and they're like, yo, holy fuck, like this is my rent money, now I'm not gonna get kicked out again. Like it's pretty fucking it's scummy to steal it either way. If you find money on the ground, no wallet attached, fuck, if you find a wallet on the ground but there's no papers on it, that's a freebie. That's a fucking freebie.
Money itself, yeah, if there's a wallet, maybe
No
I think
doubt,
about it.
no doubt,
But,
dude. Freebie. Dude, if you you rookie, listen to me. If you ever find money on the ground with no documents attached, put it in your pocket and start fast walking out of the area. Grab it and go. If it's unpapered, if there's an ID in that wallet, moral dilemma.
I didn't have a lot of those situations. I definitely did find like car keys one time when I was walking back from McDonald's.
Right.
Obviously returned them because what the fuck am I supposed to do with car keys?
Yeah, don't steal some money. Sure, okay? Everyone's struggling out here, okay? You find a little extra cash. Fuck it, dude. Clep it. You gotta eat. Don't steal a car. That's a felony.
You wouldn't download a car, bro. But yeah, I was also walking from like a supermarket or something, and I noticed like a person walking in that same direction. I noticed like their 10 zloty bill just like falls out. 10 zloty isn't much. It's like what, 2 Canadian? Let me look it up. It's 3.30 Canadian. So I'm not sure if that's much. Probably not a whole lot, but they've dropped their bill. I'm just like, oh well, this person is nearby, so I'm just gonna call him out. Hey, you dropped your bill. Here you go, man. I don't need the money. It isn't very much to begin with. If I found like 100 zloty or more and no one is looking at it, just fuck yeah, I'm taking that.
Oh, yeah.
But if someone just like dropped it on the ground, then I don't know, maybe just like my senses just like kick in and just like, I'm just gonna return the money because I'm not trying to be an asshole. Maybe someone wants to buy something or needs to buy something. That person was probably like a teenager, so probably wasn't in like a horrible situation. But I don't know. I would feel like super awful if I just took the money, especially if it's just like or randomly had like fallen out, out of a person's pocket.
I feel like it's a very popular thing with us fellas, the sigma, the alpha, whatever, and no feelings, be a wolf, and maybe I know I've definitely had these thoughts that I think I could have the capacity to just be a piece of shit, detached from all humanity, and run off with the bag, laugh to the bank, but I don't want to say unfortunately. No, I don't think it's unfortunate. It's definitely a good thing. But like, yeah, I have humanity. I have empathy. And even in a situation, thinking about hypothetically, I'd be like, yeah, I'd take the money when actually faced with that. Again, like I've struggled for rent more than once in my life. So again, that's going to be my first thought. Like, is this person struggling for rent? Like, is this like life or death for them? Right? Like if I have the capacity to return it to them, like, fuck, like, should I?
But if they don't show up, don't come up with nothing. I'd say a month. Probably a month is very long, but I don't know. Sometimes people don't know where to look for like their stolen goods. So I'd say give it a month. And
well, no, here's the thing.
They don't show up,
if you
then
find a
take it for
wallet
yourself.
with an ID in it, the ID is going to have their address on it, right? Now, actually, if I were to lose my wallet, my ID has my old address on it. So if anyone finds my wallet, you can just keep the money. Fuck it. Don't tap my fucking card though. I'm gonna have that shit disabled anyway, so don't even fucking try. Don't fucking tap my card, bro. That's my money. That's my money that nobody touch. If I got bills in there, free, bro. Take it. Oh, all right. Well, dude,
we done.
Good session. Good.
Yeah,
Good
was
talking
fun.
session and then podcast session. Me and Yuruki actually conversated for like over 90 minutes before this, and then we're like, oh right, we do a podcast.
We forgot.
Yep. Oh.
It was fun.
Of course, yeah.
It was definitely fun.
Thank
So
you.
thank you for joining for this. I think it's like 8th or 9th episode.
Number
of
nine,
Greasy
number
Heaven.
9, baby. yeah, if you're listening to this, if you are hearing this sound clip of my voice right now, thanks for fucking hanging out with us, dude.
Thank
Hope
you
you
for hanging
enjoyed
out. Thank you for having me here, Dan.
the degenerate conversation, and there is gonna be some more next weekend, baby.
So bye-bye, everyone.
Yes.
Make
Okay.
sure to like, subscribe,
Like,
click the bell.
subscribe, shit.
Follow
Twitch.tv
Twitch.
slash
Follow.
greasy underscore Dan. Twitch.tv slash Yaruki Chan. That's YARUKICHAN. There we go.
Yes. It's okay.
I would put, dude. Here, I would post the links in the description, but my Clips channel has permissions, but the Greasy Heaven channel and my main channel where I like upload all my other bullshit, I don't have like the permission to post links. I have to have my account active for a certain amount of time to like post web links in the description.
Yeah, the same. I only recently got the permission to post
dude,
links on my
okay,
VTuber
wait,
channel.
last thing, dude.
Yeah.
So you have to verify a phone number to make custom thumbnails, and you can only use one phone number for 2 accounts. So I use my phone number for my Clips channel and this channel, the podcast channel. So then I made that third channel, the Greasy Dan main channel, right? And but it was like, you can't use this phone number again. So I literally used my mom's phone number. I was like, hey mom, I have this dilemma. It was my birthday, actually, and I was like, you know what I want for my birthday? And she was like, oh, God, what? I'm like, I need to use your phone number to verify my YouTube account for thumbnails. She's like, sure, bro.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, yes, goodbye,
Okay.
everybody.